Saddaqa bil husna, the complication for the mufassirun was that the word al-husna is actually an adjective. It means the most beautiful. So it says he confirmed or he accepted the truth of in the most beautiful. Now, what is the most beautiful? In the most beautiful what? So some said in the most beautiful word, meaning la ilaha illallah. Some said in the most beautiful deeds, that those are good deeds to do. So there were many variations of what al-husna means. I would argue here, al-husna actually means the truth itself. Okay? Al-kalimat al-husna, any true word is the most beautiful thing. In other words, let me explain what this means in simple terms, but before I do, let's understand the word saddaqa, sidq, which is commonly understood as the word truth. The amazing thing about the Arabic language is even abstract ideas like the truth, the original Arabic of them is associated with something tangible. This word comes with sayfun sadq, sulbun, wa min sulabat al-batin. الصدق ضد الكذب لأنه وثاقه وحق ثابت كما أن في الكذب ليونة. It actually means, sidq actually literally means something solid, something that doesn't budge. And the original of kadhib is actually something soft, because a lie has to keep adjusting to the reality. But the truth doesn't adjust. The truth is what the truth is. Hot or cold, easy or hard, the truth is what it is. Uncomfortable or not, the truth is what it is. Sidq actually means the unchanging, uncompromising truth. When you say saddaqa, you're accepting something, whether it's comfortable to accept or not, easy to accept or not. It's you know what they call the hard truth? Literally, sidq you could translate as the hard truth. The word hard is already understood inside of it. So وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. Now let me tell you what this means in our everyday experience. You know, you could be a charitable person, you could be a giving person, but there's a problem. And the problem is, you know, you could be wrong. There are times where you have the wrong opinion. Or there are times where, you know, you practice, or, you know, there's a good Christian, he's charitable, and he's also spiritual in his worship and things like that. And despite all of that, when you discuss Islam with him or her, and they get cornered, they realize what you're saying is true, at that moment, something in one's hesitation kicks in. Like, I know you're making sense, but I'm not comfortable accepting this religion. I mean, have you heard what people say about Muslims in the media? I'm going to be associated with that. You know, even though what you're saying makes sense, it's not an easy call for me I'm not going to do that. Or their pride kicks in. No way I'm going to accept that I'm wrong. You know, when you hold on to a view and you're confident about a view, and somebody comes along and says, you know what, there's actually a better truth. There's something that you need to know, that I need to tell you, that you need to correct yourself, right? If something is presented to me, despite the hesitation, despite the social, oh my God, he got corrected, or whatever, despite all of that, if I just accept that there's the more beautiful truth that's been presented to me, and I accept the truth of it without hesitation, without fear of consequence. Truth is the truth. I'm going to humble myself before it. This is the ultimate goodness that a person can reach. This is the height of it. And this, by the way, completes the first two, meaning a'ta, giving people, being towards people. Maybe you're wrong towards someone and somebody comes to you and says, you're not being right towards this person. You should have done this way, this way, this way. Your first inclination, your ego's inclination, your self-respect and your self-esteem says, yeah, I know, I get you, but I have my reasons. Like, you don't want to accept that you've done something incorrect. You want to justify, you want to rationalize, I want to rationalize. I mean, it's hard to live with ourselves if we don't rationalize. Similarly, when it comes to religion itself, the taqwa of Allah, you know, Islamically what you're doing is wrong. Or, you know, you believe this, but this is not actually what you're supposed to be. Look at this ayah, look at this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Look at this truth. How, you know, what you're saying contradicts this, or what you believe contradicts this. At that moment, you're like, you know what? You're not a scholar. Or you're not this. You know, I believe what I believe. At that moment, it's hard to accept the truth when it's presented to you right away. But when the beauty and the truth of something, when the most beautiful truth is presented to you, when the most beautiful deed is presented to you, you hesitate in no way to accept it. That is actually the al-maqam al-siddiqi. This is the station of someone who just, when the truth comes, come what may, I'm just going to accept it. That's it. That's what I'm going to take. Good enough for me. This is why they said that this surah is about Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. The truth of the Prophet was presented to him. There's no hesitation, there's no time, there's no processing. Yes, you are the messenger of Allah. Done. There was no, let me think about it for a couple of days, let me process this. Let me think of the implications. What's my family going to think? What's society going to think? What are people saying about you? You know, this is going to be pretty bad. You realize that, right? Like, we're going to lose our Arab citizenship over this, our Qurayshi citizenship over. They're going to kick us out of here if we accept this. I don't think anybody's going to give us business anymore or deal with us the same way. There's no thought of consequence. He just accepts it. This is the height of, he was already charitable. He wanted to develop taqwa of Allah. And when the truth came to him, he just accepted it. Hey guys, you just watched a small clip of me explaining the Quran in depth as part of the Deeper Look series. Studying the Quran in depth can seem like a really intimidating thing that's only meant for scholars. Our job at Bayyinah is to make deeper study of the Quran accessible and easy for all of you. So take us up on that challenge. Join us for this study, the deeper look of the Quran, for this surah and many other surahs on BayyinahTV.com under the Deeper Look section.